listening to this podcast episode. This is for you. Whether you're listening in the car, maybe relaxing for the first time all week, or, just maybe taking a quiet moment for yourself. I'm really glad that you're here to listen to this because this is for you. This episode, I feel, is a special one. Honestly, it is probably one of the most important conversations that I've wanted to have because today is about giving flowers to the women who so often give everything they have to everyone else without asking for much in return. I feel like that's the definition of a mother, right? This is really for the mothers who wake up tired but still keep getting up anyway. The ones who carry the emotional weight of the entire family and still do things on a day to day basis, whether they're juggling work, bills, sports schedules, school events, dinner, laundry, and somehow still find time to ask everybody else if they're okay. The mothers who don't hear thank you nearly enough, or maybe feel unseen sometimes, maybe ones who are grieving or healing, or continue just to show up even when life gets really, really heavy. And honestly, mothers deserve more credit than they really get. They really do. I've talked to so many moms daily, actually, and hear how they struggle with bouncing from school events to practices and how bad they feel that they're in one place with one child and not the other. I've had some moms share that they've tried to sleep in the car during practices because they're just worn out, especially if you're working a job and then you're doing your mom duties 24/7. I mean, you're going to run out of gas. I think sometimes people see motherhood from the outside looking in. They see the birthday parties and the family pictures and holiday dinners, and they don't always see the emotional labor behind it all, right? They don't see the stress. Sometimes they do see the stress. Sometimes it's hard to hide. They don't see the sleepless nights that you have. They don't see the worrying about trying to get everything accomplished, especially now with people and their children graduating, maybe multiple kids and the stress level from that. They don't see the sacrifices that are kind of behind closed doors. They don't see how many mothers are running on empty while still making sure everybody else is full. One thing I think people underestimate is how much mothers actually carry mentally. I mean, the mothers remember everything. They remember when the kids have doctor's appointments. I don't remember that. The school projects, the practice schedules, the birthday parties that they're supposed to go to, the permission slips. Yeah, I don't remember any of that stuff. The snacks. That's a huge thing. That should be a topic on its own. Bringing snacks to all the sporting events, the uniforms, and somehow still remember everybody's favorite meal on top of it all. A mother's mind never really shuts off. Even when she's sitting down, she's still thinking. I've seen my wife sit down, but she's not really just sitting down and relaxing. She's thinking about all the things that has to come up and what the kids have to do, what she has to do, probably what I have to do. I mean, to be fair, I am one of the kids. I'm just a big kid at heart, so I'll take that. I'll I'll sit with that one. But the crazy part is so much of what they do goes unnoticed because they make it look normal. It'll look like my wife might be on social media or something, but she's not. She's really planning like 5 weeks in advance with the kids stuff and trying to get it to work. And it's amazing to see. And let's talk about the driving around for a second because moms become those full-time chauffeurs without anybody talking about it enough. Back and forth to football practice, basketball games, volleyball games, dance rehearsals, cheer competitions, school events, sitting in traffic, sitting in parking lots, waiting during practice, making sure everybody gets where they need to be safely, trying to eat in between there. And Most mothers are doing this while juggling their work. And again, their stress levels and the bills and the exhaustion all at the same time. But the crazy part is they still show up. That's the part that amazes me the most. Mothers show up, even tired, even overwhelmed, even when they haven't had a real break in forever. And I really think people need to hear this more often. Strong mothers really do get tired. I've heard it, I've seen it. I've had them cry to me about it, as they should, because they have to let so much of that out. Strong mothers cry too. Some mothers are listening right now, smiling on the outside, kind of listening to this stuff. And some of it's hitting home about, I'm sure I got some people on the snack comment. I'm sure I got some people on the sleeping in the car comment. But you're also feeling that drained feeling on the inside. And sometimes society puts this pressure on mothers to be superheroes every second of the day, like they're not allowed to take a break or they don't need help. Really, the truth is, mothers are human beings carrying emotional weight every single day. Some are dealing with anxiety. Most are dealing with anxiety. Some are silently struggling financially. Some are trying to raise children while healing themselves at the same time. Some mothers are doing it alone. Single mothers, especially, I don't think they hear, I appreciate you nearly enough. Because doing the work for two people while trying to stay emotionally present for your children takes a kind of strength that deserves respect every single day, not just on Mother's Day. And you know what else mothers do? They become that emotional support system for everybody around you. They absorb your emotions. They know when you're off. My wife knows when I'm off. She knows when the kids are off. When life's falling apart, who do you want to call? You want to call your mom. When something good happens, call your mom. This is a huge one. Ready? When somebody's sick or hurt or scared or anxious, somehow mom becomes the safe space. Mother's voice can calm storms people don't even talk about out loud. They might fight it. The kids might fight it. I've seen it before. They try to be smart Alex and they're like, I don't need you. But there's something about a mother's love that makes people feel really safe. And I think sometimes mothers give so much emotional energy to everyone else that they forget to check on themselves. They'll pour into everybody around them while secretly running on empty. So if you're a mom and you're listening to this episode, which I hope you are, because this is for you, I really want you to hear this very, very clearly, okay? You matter. And I know that it's hard sometimes because maybe the kids are in a funk and they don't share it as much, but they do care. They're just in that wacky state where it's really weird to share it. But I guarantee you are their safe space. And for the mothers listening who feel like nobody notices the little things, trust me, those little things become big things later. One day your kids are going to remember those rides home from practice. They're going to remember you staying up late helping them when they're stressed. They're going to remember the meals you made. My son loves my wife's meals. He'll remember that for the end of time. The encouragement. They'll remember the hugs, the sacrifices, the consistency about you showing up. They may not fully understand it now, and that's okay. I get it. But the one day they will realize how much your love was built into the small everyday moments that you showed up for them. Whether you were at their practices, whether you were at their games, their events, their awards, their graduation, it matters. And so do you. Now, I also want to take a minute to speak to the people listening who are missing their moms as well, because that's a huge deal. because I know Mother's Day can hurt too. This might be the first Mother's Day that you have without your mother. For some, today comes with grief instead of celebration. Maybe it's been years and it still hurts the same, and that's okay. Maybe you still reach for the phone sometimes before remembering she's gone. And if that's you today, I just want to tell you that that grief is love. That pain exists because the love was real. A mother's love leaves fingerprints on your life forever. The lessons she taught you, the way she confronted you, the sacrifices she made, those things don't disappear. Love like that never fully leaves us, and we don't want it to. Sometimes the hardest thing about losing a mother is realizing how many parts of life she was really connected to. Obviously, the holidays feel different. Sometimes food tastes different. Certain songs hit differently. That's a huge one, right? We hear that song on the radio and we instantly cry. Even hearing somebody say the word mom can bring emotions rushing back unexpectedly. But I also think one of the most beautiful ways to honor mothers we've lost is by continuing the love they gave us, by carrying forward their kindness, their strength, their traditions, their values to other people in a way they still live through us every day. That's the best way to share their love they gave you is to share it with other people. And to every mother listening right now, thank you. Thank you for the sacrifices nobody saw. Thank you for the nights you stayed up awake, worried about the kids. Thank you for working while exhausted. Thank you for still showing love on the days you barely had energy for yourself. Thank you for being the glue that holds the families together. Thank you for the unlimited prayers, the encouragement, the patience, the protection you give, the comfort and the strength. The world moves a little softer because our mothers exist. I think sometimes mothers need permission to hear that they don't have to be perfect to be amazing. I've heard it before. I've tried to tell them this. I've tried to tell many mothers that, and they try to put up this front, but in reality, it's just a facade. They need to hear it too. Children don't need perfection. They need your love. They need your presence. They need your honesty. They really need you to just be their safe space. In a world that's so crazy right now, that safe space is more important than it could ever be. And so many mothers are giving that every single day while doubting themselves the entire time. So today, I hope mothers everywhere stop for a moment and truly understand this. Your love matters more than you will ever know. Your sacrifices matter. Your presence matters. You are seen. You are greatly appreciated. And even on the days where it feels unnoticed, and I know it does, the impact of a mother's love can shape generations. I think some mothers underestimate how much their children simply love having them there. And I know sometimes their children, you know, don't need a perfect answer. They just need your hug, your voice, and your support. That's the stuff that they'll remember. It's really your belief in them. That's the thing that's really going to stick with them the most. And, some kids I know don't like to be hugged. It's weird. They don't like to be, physical, especially in front of other people. Yeah, hug them anyways, because they'll remember that. Mothers have this incredible ability to make people feel like they can get through anything, whether they share that or not. One encouraging conversation from a mother can change your entire day, sometimes even their entire life. So many people that I've talked to have quoted their moms on certain things because it matters. And I really just want mothers listening today to take a moment and be proud of yourself, proud of how far you've come, proud of the storms you've survived, proud of the family you continue to love through every season of life. Look at all your accomplishments because motherhood is not easy. I'm just speaking from hearing it from other people. Obviously, I'm not a mother, but I hear it. It requires patience and sacrifice and resilience and a level of emotional strength that often gets unnoticed. But mothers continue to rise every single day with love in their hearts despite the challenges. You moms, you guys bring a special kind of warmth into the world. You really do. There's really just something about the comfort of a mother's presence and you guys just checking on people, the way that you guys notice when something feels off. There's just a different feeling about it. There really is. Mothers can make ordinary moments really feel meaningful. And honestly, mothers are some of the strongest people on earth. You think it's a joke, but it's not. Not because life is always easy for them, but because they continue loving through hard times. They continue to show up through all kinds of heartbreak and stress and disappointment and exhaustion and uncertainty. That kind of strength deserves recognition. It really does. It deserves appreciation. It deserves honor. I just want mothers who feel invisible sometimes, just please know that your love leaves a mark on people forever. They might not just be your kids. There might be somebody else's kids you're leaving a mark on. The lessons you teach, the comfort you give, the memories you create, the support you offer during these difficult times, those things stay with people for the rest of their lives. Long after the children grow older, they remember the way their mom made them feel. They remember the sacrifices. They remember that love. And like I do with every episode, I feel it's okay to take care of yourself too. You give so much of your energy to everyone around you, but you deserve peace too. You deserve rest. You deserve joy. You deserve moments where you can just breathe and laugh and simply exist without carrying that weight of the world for at least a second. A healthy, happy mother matters too. And I think one of the most beautiful things about mothers is their ability to keep hope alive in a family. Even during difficult seasons, mothers often become the voice. We're going to get through this. We're going to be fine. They become that steady presence that reminds everyone to keep going. That kind of love and leadership is powerful beyond words. So today, I hope every mother listening to this allows themselves to truly receive appreciation, not brush it off, not minimize it. I want you to really receive it because you deserve to hear how valuable you truly are. You deserve to hear how important your love is. You deserve to hear that your efforts matter, even when you feel that they're unnoticed. And for every mother who has ever questioned herself, the fact that you care so deeply already says everything about your heart. You're doing a great job. Great mothers aren't perfect. Great mothers love deeply. They try daily and they learn consistently and continue to show up. And that alone is something beautiful. Take that in. You are doing amazing. The world moves forward because of mothers. Families stay strong because of mothers. Generations are shaped because of mothers. And even though worlds could never really capture everything mothers do, today we pause to say this as clearly as possible. We see you. We appreciate you. We thank you. And we love you for all that you are. So, as I get to close this episode today, wherever you're listening, whether you're a mother, missing your mother, celebrating your mom, or simply reflecting on the women who've helped shape your life, I hope this conversation feels like a reminder that love still matters. Your sacrifices still matter, and mothers always matter. And to every mom listening today, thank you. Thank you for all the times you kept going when you were tired. Thank you for all the sacrifices nobody noticed. Thank you for every lesson, every prayer, every hug, every ride, every meal, every encouraging word, every sleepless night, every moment you chose love even when life was difficult. You are appreciated more than you know. So today, let's talk about our moms. All right. Well, I appreciate all of you guys listening today. I hope you have a great Mother's Day. And as always, I leave you with this. Stay grounded, stay kind to yourself, and remember, strength begins with honesty. Until next time.